Okay, today we're going to talk about multi-step equations. That just means when there's more than two steps, okay? There's no such thing, well, there are such thing, but there's not a particular name for like a 3-step or a 4-step. When you get beyond 2, it's just multi-step equations. So the first scenario that we're going to talk about is number 1. Okay, what do you notice about number 1? Think about what we learned yesterday. What you should notice is that I can simplify this side of the equal sign, right? I can combine 8x minus 3x. What's 8x minus 3x? We learned this yesterday. Think about it. That would be 5x and then minus 10 equals 20, right? I just simplified those two x's because they're both on the same side of the equal sign. I'm like, hey, why don't y'all just sit together instead of being separated, right? On the same side of the equals. And so I combined my like terms. Now it's just a regular 2-step equation. So I'm going to add 10 to both sides. So now it's 5x equals 30. And then we're going to divide both sides by 5 to get x equals 6. Okay, and let's look at it. If I put a 6 in here, that's 30 minus 10 is 20. So I know I got it right. Okay, I could even put the 6 up here. 48 minus 18 is 30. 30 minus 10 is 20. That's why equations are the coolest ever, because you can check. Okay, let's look at number 2. Okay, think about what we did yesterday. What like terms do you see that I can combine? Well, I know I can put together this negative 3y plus that 5y, right? And when I combine negative 3y plus 5y all together, that's 2y. Was there anything to put with that 4? Nope. So now it's a 2-step equation. We're going to subtract 4 from both sides. So I get 2y equals negative 6 minus 4. They're same sign, add and keep. So that's negative 10. And now we're going to divide both sides by 2 to get y equals negative 5. Okay, and again, what's awesome? Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15, plus 4 is 19. And then if I put a negative 5 in here, that's negative 25. 19 plus negative 25 is negative 6. Number 3, let's look at what we can put together. Well, I can put together 1 plus 5, right? That's one thing I can do. That's 6. And then what would be x plus another x? How many x's is that? 2x equals 2. So now it's a 2-step equation. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So I get 2x equals negative 4. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 2 to get x equals negative 2. Okay, and I swear you don't have to check every one. I would if it was me, but 1 plus negative 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4. 4 plus negative 2 is 2. So it works. Okay, let's look at number 4. This one has distributive property, right? We've talked about that yesterday, how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply, right? 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 6 is 12. And that equals 39. So now what can I combine? What do you see that's like terms? 7x plus 2x. That's 9x plus 12 equals 39. So we're going to subtract 12 from both sides. You get 9x equals 27. Divide both sides by 9. And you end up with x equals 3. Okay, if I put it in there, 3 plus 6 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 18 is 39. Okay, why don't you pause your video and try to do number 5 on your own, and then we'll come back and check and see what you got. Okay, first thing you should have done is distributive property. So the 2x stays, plus 3x plus 12 equals 27. And then my like terms, 2x and 3x is 5x plus 12 equals 27. We're going to subtract 12, I'm running out of space. 5x is 15, so x would be 3. Okay, if you got that, amazing. If you didn't get that, don't worry about it, right? As long as you understand where you made your mistake, that's what we're doing this for, right? We're figuring it out. Okay, let's look at number 6. Okay, 6 looks different just because all this mess is over here on the right-hand side, which that doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what side it's on. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, so I can combine 3c minus c to get 2c, and then I can combine 12 plus 4 to get 16. So now it's a two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. So that gives me 62 equals 2c. Divide both sides by 2, and I get 31 equals c. Let's look at number 7. Well, actually, you know what? Why don't you try this one? Try number 7 on your own, pause it, and then come back. When we do our distributive property, 5 times d is 5d, minus 5 times 2 is 10, and that equals 40. So then we're going to add 10 to both sides. So I get 5d equals 50. Then we're going to divide by 5, and we get d equals 10. Okay, I saved the best for last. Why is it the best? Who sees it? Keep, change, change, keep, change, change. Okay, I'm going to start with that. So, I'm not messing with the 6x yet. I'm going to do my distributive property. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10 equals 46. Okay, so if it helps you to write it as plus negative, okay, then that's totally fine. So now I'm going to combine my like terms. 6x minus 2x is 4x plus 10 equals 46. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. 4x equals 36. Divide both sides by 4. X equals 9. Okay, and if you wanted to plug it back in, right, come up here to the top. 9 plus, or 9, even in the original one, 9 minus 5 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And then this would be 54 minus 8 is 46.